Season 10 finale. I cannot believe it. 10 seasons. We're already at the finale. It feels like just yesterday where we were like, welcome to Season 10. It's been 10 years
The
of 2K
game's out.
TV.
Check out all this cool 2K24 stuff. Now we're here at the finale. And you know, some of my favorite moments, Alexis, have been the amazing guests we've had on the show, such as Jeff Hamilton. Somebody told me Kobe signed one of these,
This one is signed by Kobe.
Wow, that's really amazing.
Now, let's meet the starting lineup for your Chicago Bulls. Manning the middle at 7'0", number 21, Peter, number 21. As a power forward at 6'9", number 10, Max. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 20, Kevin.
Hi, everyone. So the New York starting five. Mikal Bridges out there with the captain. Then there's Carter. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Jackson in at the 5 down low. And for Chicago, they've got Wright. Get out there with Lee. And it's Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Brian in at the 2 spot. And late in the regular season, Greg, in your decade plus in the NBA, you were looking forward to the playoffs more often than not.
And as a player, you have to avoid that temptation to look ahead. But when you do, much nicer to look forward to the playoffs than vacation.
Now here's Lee. Passes to Mr. Fundamentals. And he dunks it down.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Here's Bridges. Pass to Carter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Anunoby. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And it's Wright with the ball for Chicago. To the left side wing. Here's Brian. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Chicago ball.
Lee outside. 4 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Jackson.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's the captain, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Wright looking around. Now the pass to Mr. Fundamentals. And he gets it to go.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
And finished off by Carter.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And that's life above the rim, courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D, and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
Shoots from 12, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Maybe it's the next during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
Here's Bridges. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Right against Carter. Here's Brian. Can't drop the tough 3-pointer. the New York Knicks, they come in off the loss to the Kings. Jackson passes to Drake. Over Lee. Lee with the block. Wright outside. From the arc. And it's Lee. That time on the assist by Wright. Wright's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You can't allow any opponent to shoot that kind of percentage. If you do, it's just going to be so tough to keep up.
The league's highest scoring teams the past 10 games. What a stretch it has been for these guys. Number 1, the Bulls. Number 5, the Knicks.
And they may be getting it done in slightly different ways, guys, but both of these teams are putting up a ton of points.
Here's Drake. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or two should get them where they want to go.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. And for a team in the NBA's biggest market, Brett, amazing that it's been 5+ decades since the Knicks' last title.
Right, that's unbelievable. I mean, they've been close a couple times, but that has not been in recent history, Kevin, as you know. They've got a lot of great players, but man, it just shows you how hard it is to win in this league.
New York, no good that time either.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Chicago shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Bridges finds Anunoby. And it's Carter missing.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there. Vic Colton here, this is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Right outside. Got a hand on it. Here's the captain. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Here's buckets following the score by New York. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Puts it up. Carter. That's good. Carter's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's buckets. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta.
Kevin Lee.
Here's the captain. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit the shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
Mr. Fundamentals. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
So timeout called here, the first for Chicago.
It's time for T-Third.
Check out stats for the kid. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. 6th in blocks, and he's an elite glass eater, a factor inside among the top 10 in rebounds per game.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. Now here's Wright. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Atlanta.
And guys, what impressed me most was his passing. He constantly looked for the open man and found guys in great spots.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Good work defensively by Carter.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
You know, I love how he absorbed the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
It's his first trip to the line.
Mikal Bridges, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Bridges.
Mikal Bridges is one of those guys who maybe is a jack of all trades and master of nothing, willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Both free throws good from Bridges. The Bulls leading by 5. Bounce pass from Wright. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's the captain, guarded by Wright. Drake the pass to Carter. Anunoby with it. Back to Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the captain, guarded by Wright. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's the kid. He also played a big role in their last game with Atlanta. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Anunoby. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. Oh, trying for it. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. So a moment now to see the story for Josh Hart. Chicago leading by 5. Wright the pass to Dean. Anunoby against Lee. Here's Bryan. Drills it from outside. Bucket's got a couple of threes now in the first for Chicago.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Carter looking around. Rebound by the Bulls. Mr. Fundamental's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wright the pass to Lee. Pass to Mr. Fundamental.
Next foul. Mikal Bridges. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. And he makes the first. Money's checked in for the Bulls. Dosunmu comes in for Lee. And then for New York, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Jackson. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's White in for the captain. Both shots good from the stripe. Knicks trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Carter kicks to White. Got a piece of it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here is Dosunmu. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Wright. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable. You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Bounce pass from right. Mr. Fundamentals. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up. Mr. Fundamentals got 12.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
Carter outside, takes a three, and Wright pulls it down. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. Now that we have the chance to show you the teams in the top of the NBA in steals this year. Number 1, the Bulls.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
Knicks trail by 12. It's picked off. Dosunmu, the pass to Wright. Outside, White.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Kicks it to Robinson. Some nice passing by New York here. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Now here's Wright. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Bridges kicks to White. 1:21 left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. Carter, that's good.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
Right against White. With some arc, count it. 8 points for Little General.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's White. Still without a basket. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Bridges left side.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
Knicks trail by 13. Now here's Bridges. He's coming off a 13-point game against Sacramento. And he gets the bucket.
Consistent shooter like Bridges loves to get openings from the mid-range like that to get his rhythm.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Right inside. White covering, and that one's good. Right.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Right against White. Fires from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Chicago. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute. Glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a comfortable margin here, guys, for the Bulls.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
They've got Lee. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with the kid. Then there's Buckets, and it's Wright in at the point. That's the group for the Chicago Bulls to start the second quarter. Here's the captain. Back to Anunoby. Outside Carter. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
The Knicks have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Three shots.
And he hits the first of 3. You know, Brent, I've got to ask, now that the age of college basketball dynasties is more or less over, do you miss it?
Yeah, I don't know so much if I've ever thought about it, Kevin, as dynasties, just so much as powerhouse teams that every year you see we're competing at the highest level in the NCAA tournament. So not really. I love the open competition, and I love that players have a choice now to where it is that they can control where they're going to make the biggest contributions collegiately.
And he makes all 3.
We are having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. They've led by as many as 14 points. Shot by Mr. Fundamentals, no good. Knicks trail by 10. Anunoby, good. Anunoby's got 8 points.
And can't do much else. The strength of Anunoby comes in handy on those challenging finishes.
Anunoby against Lee. Here's Bryan. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now here is Carter. 35 points for him last game against Sacramento.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Wright following the score by New York. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. He's got 14.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Carter outside. Out left to the wing. And the call is good. Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Carter. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And no one's been able to guard him out there. Defender's been trying to get physical with him. But time and time again, he just shrugs him off and drills it. Now here's Wright. 10 points for him. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. There's the lob to Jackson. Knocked away. Bridges passes to Anunoby. Shoots it up. And it's Carter missing. The Bulls leading by 13. Passes it to Mr. Fundamentals. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th rebound on the night. Drake the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Out to Lee. Here's the kid, defended by Carter. Right outside. Just 5 to shoot. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
First personal
And
foul.
now it's time to look at our rookie leaderboard and see which of the first-year players are tops in assists during the last month. Well, you look at the captain, one of the best passers in the NBA, always looking to get his teammates involved.
And he's been setting the table beautifully. I mean, that'll keep his veteran teammates really happy.
Free throw drops for right. And the Bulls with some changes. Money's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals. And it's Dosunmu in for buckets. The Knicks also changing it up. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Carter. And it's Coby White in for Mikal Bridges. And so Wright nails both of them. Knicks trail by 13.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. Lee outside. It's rebounded by New York.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And there's the foul. It will go on Lee. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team.
Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for the Bulls.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls, Lonzo Ball.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Steps back and fires. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Drake. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Chicago has possession. Ball, the pass to Lee. The Bulls with another miss.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Anunoby.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Lee passes to Money. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Basketball.
On defense, New York. That's a 2 from Lee.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's the captain. He's covered by Ball. The captain, no good. Bulls leading by 7. And he banks in the layup. Money's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
New York's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Drake. It's tipped. Feeds it to Ball. from 8. And he drops that one in. And now it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
Again, big guards. That helps out. And Ball using that to his advantage on the inside.
Shoots from the line. The shot will not fall.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
And Chicago has possession. The Knicks making the shot, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
A moment here to look at the numbers for money. How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 5 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Here's Lee. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. Ball with a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's the captain. 7 points in the game. It's tipped. They retain possession. Hart with it. Pass to White. Puts up a deep 3. He can't hit that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups. So maybe just a step too far.
Ball dishes to Lee. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
Bulls shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. Some changes for Chicago. Mr. Fundamentals checked in for money. Buckets comes in for Dosunmu. And it's right in for Lonzo Ball.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so Tom Thibodeau is going to have a timeout right now. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has a three-pronged approach to globalization. 1 is hosting games on foreign soil. 2, teach youngsters to play through academies and camps. And 3, make broadcasts more accessible via television and the web. The returns? 15% growth year over year for the last decade. And an opportunity, in time, to maybe be the biggest sport on earth. Kevin?
Those are big plans. A lot of competition, but I love the way they think. DA, thanks. Only 5 games left in the season. Let's quickly take a look at how the playoff field is going to stack up out east. A look at Chicago. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And checking out New York, just a couple spots back.
And, you know, for the Bulls, their fans had high hopes for them this season, and they have not let them down. It's been a fantastic campaign thus far, and they really are set up perfectly for a deep run in the playoffs.
Now here's Wright. 14 points for him. Dean passes to Lee. 5 on the clock. A 15-footer. It's rebounded by New York. Jackson's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Right against Hart. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for New York. Down by 12.
Assisted by
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Right side. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good. Mr. Fundamentals got 4 this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
He's so smooth in the pick and roll. Love seeing White there with the right pass.
To the inside. Lee trying to get open. Mr. Fundamentals, that's good. Mr. Fundamentals got 18 points. Here's the captain, covered by Lee. Stolen. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got 4 rebounds in this game. They get a hand on it. Right with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And he's going up for the alley-oop. White looking around. On the wing, Anunoby. Drake the pass to White. Six to shoot. And the Knicks miss again.
Yeah, pretty safe to say that this is the kind of game that you just want to flush as soon as you get done with it.
And another turnover here by Chicago.
All right, a chance to check out numbers for Mr. Fundamentals. The past month has been surreal. First in rebounding. And, of course, rim protection always at a premium. That's an important part of his game. Top 20 in Bloxburg.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds. What a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. New York takes timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
For the Knicks, Carter, he's checked in for Josh Hart, and it's Bridges in for White. So it's New York now, a 12-point game. Here's the captain. 9 points in the game so far. Good. The captain's got 11.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Here's Mr. Fundamentals. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. Shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Here's Drake. And there it is for him. The captain's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Right, the pass to Dean. He kicks the lead.
The first half. 2 minutes.
Here's the kid. Back to Lee. Shoots over Anunoby. No good from Lee.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Drops in the tray. 13 points in the game.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
They get it back to the left wing. And the pass to Carter. From outside, off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Lee outside. Bridges with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And Anunoby slams it in.
Well, he passes to the wide open man. Bridges developing some team chemistry.
Right outside. Pass to Lee. On the top of the key. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Knicks trail by 11. Carter inside the three-point line. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Carter's got 14 points for the game. Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Here's Bryan. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Bulls lead by 12.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Here's Drake. Lee with the block. And they'll get another chance. Now, here's Bridges. Defense is right there. Yep, it counts.
Bridges doing a great job of getting on the inside to find a way to score.
Here's Bryan. Not this time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Here's Tom Thibodeau. Coach, you hang your hat on defense. How can you improve there in the second half?
Well, we're having a hard time matching up with their threes. We have to do a much better job with our catch-and-shoot defense.
Defense finds energy, too, and that's what they'll have to work on in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Chicago was looking great right away, jumping on every opportunity to push the tempo. At one point, they had built a 14-point advantage. Just a dominant opening period. They led by 13 after 1. In the second quarter, they cooled off just a bit, but were still playing confident and were able to finish the half up by 10. What do you think, Shaq, about Chicago?
The way they're shooting it from deep, they're going to be hard to beat. This team has a lot of confidence and lets it fly without hesitation. Defensively, you have to force them off their spots, make them put the ball on the floor.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, if they haven't given away so many possessions, check this out, Shaq. The score would look different, don't you think? I mean, we could talk about shot selection and defense and all that, but if you keep losing the ball, that matters most.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Mr. Fundamentals in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half. And he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot. So right now he's feasting.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Carter out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jackson. Then there's the captain. And it's Bridges in at the 2.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance from last game. Same thing this time out. Seems
to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Here's Lee. Banked in off the glass. Lee's got 15 points.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. The feed to Jackson. Turnaround Jay. Rebound by the Bulls. Mr. Fundamentals got double-digit rebounds now in the game. No good from Lee. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for New York. They trail by 11. Here's Drake. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul. First team.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
For New York.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
First one falls for him. And so he makes both from the line. The Bulls leading by 9. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Drake the pass to Jackson. Anunoby against Wright. Anunoby kicks to Jackson. Clock at 6. Here's the captain, covered by Lee. He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Drake, and stolen by Wright. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Lee. Again, Chicago.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
For Wright. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Lee passes to Wright. Hits it from three-point range. Wright's got 17 now.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA has relaxed the rules that prohibited scouting high school games. With some one-and-done players sitting out their lone college season or getting hurt, teams needed the chance to scout them even earlier. Also, with these new pro youth leagues where NBA scouting is permitted, the sense was there was an inconsistency that needed to be remedied. Kevin?
Yeah, makes sense. DA, thanks. Lee outside. It's rebounded by New York.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled the guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Right outside. Anunoby sends it back. That's good again. His 7th basket, 7 for 10 from the floor.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Down low.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Drake the pass to Bridges. And Anunoby now top of the key. Here's Carter. Oh, that's blocked. Right against Anunoby. Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Bridges outside. Carter finds Anunoby. Tipped away and stolen by Wright. To the wing on the left. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Wright. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 13 with that last one. Pass to the captain. Looking to get it going. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
For New York, Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Jackson. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby, and it's White in for the captain. Now here's Lee. He's got 17. Now the pass to Dean. Carter pulls it in.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Hart.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Bryan. Cranes the three-pointer. Bucket's got 5 points now this quarter.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's in the comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And White is looking to make things happen out there. If he has to get physical in the process, that is not going to be a problem.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
Well, looking at the stat sheet, I could just see here tonight sharing the basketball. The stat that comes up most is assists. So sometimes you have to look for your teammate. That makes things happen. They've done it.
First free throw is good.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And both free throws good for White.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
The Bulls leading by 13. White the pass to Dean. Here's Buckets. Defended by Bridges. And the shot goes down.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's White. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And here's a look at the stats for Mikal Bridges. Just an incredible month of basketball. He's around 18 points per game, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up. Fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
And the first one drops. And the NBA's new CBA cracking down on the top spending teams, Greg, but also the bottom spending teams.
Yeah, before teams had until the trade deadline to hit the minimum salary floor. Now they've got to be there day one, or they lose out on luxury tax distributions, which could end up in the millions.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And Brent, how about this Mitchell Robinson kid? His work ethic inside, impressive.
Well, so dominant, Greg, on the inside. He's got that reach, able to go up and bother shots. He'd also led the league in field goal percentage in just his second year, so he knows where it is he's going to eat. Don't be surprised if he does that again.
Here's Bridges. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
And another great rebound there. I mean, he's pulled down a ton of them, and the size issue has not been a problem here today.
Knicks trail by 20. Popped up there for Robinson. They're on the break. Pass to right. Out to Lee. Here's Buckets. Defended by Bridges. Here's Bryan. Not going to go that time. Bridges with some nice defense. Will it go? And it's White hitting it to go.
And love the commitment from White. Took the bump, went up strong, and rewarded with 2 points.
Passes it to Bryan. Rebounded by Hart. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. It's an 18-point game. And stolen by Wright. That one drops for him. Wright's got 5 points now this quarter.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And it's blocked. Here's buckets. He's got 23. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 19 points for lights out.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Now here's White. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Second personal foul.
Let's pause for just a moment to see the teams that have been extremely effective with their three-point shooting this past month. The Bulls in second.
Over the last month, they've been extremely disciplined on the perimeter, not really rushing to get attempts off, but taking their time to find the best looks.
And that one falls for White. Money's checked in for the kid. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Wright. He's got 19. To the middle. Here's Lee. And the shot goes in. Lee's got 21.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's White. The step back jumper is good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense. And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Lobbed up there for Robinson. Got a piece of it. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. White covering. Mr. Fundamentals passes to Lee. To the paint.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Bridges outside. Got a hand on it. Feeds it to Lee. Unloads from 9. Good on the jump shot. Lee's got 10 points in just the second half.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Poked away and stolen by Wright. Plays it in off the breakaway.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Bridges. 6 points for him. And that's a foul called on Money. That's his third foul of the game. And the Bulls making a change here. Dosumu's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Bulls, Ayo Dosunmu.
Carter inside the three-point line. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Pass to Dosunmu. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. The Bulls need to get a shot off. Three-pointer right. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 4 rebounds in this game. White against Wright. Now White. 8 points for him. The pass to Bridges from deep. And he's good on the 3-ball. Bridges has got 9 points.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Chicago running away with it. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Mr. Fundamentals is out there with money. Then there's Dosunmu, and then it's Little General, and it's Ball in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep them from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense. You know, all the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And statistically, more young players in the league today, Greg, than in decades past. Might be a reason the age limit wasn't lowered in this new CBA.
Yeah, I mean, the veterans saying, hey, we're already having a tough time sticking around. And I think having those guys helps on and off the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. The kid, he's checked in for the Bulls. Good on both. And the Knicks with possession here. There's the lob to Jackson. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Right outside. Pass the ball. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Kevin Huerter, who's checked in for Wright.
Kevin Huerter.
On defense, New York. Passes it to Dosunmu. Outside, Ball. Clock at 4. Releases. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Jackson's got 15 rebounds here tonight. There's the steal. Here's Mr. Fundamentals. And the rejection by Jackson. And here is Hart. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. First team
and of course, you were known as Bones in your playing days. But what were some of your favorite NBA nicknames?
Oh, Kevin, I've been so fortunate to be around the NBA for so long. I go way back to names like Iceman, George Gervin, or Dr. J, Julius Erving, or Pistol Pete Maravich, one of my favorite players. But is there any one better than Magic Johnson?
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, I know this gets said a lot. Josh Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy is a fantastic competitor, plays with energy on both ends, and it's infectious for his teammates.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Money's checked in for Mr. Fundamentals, and Lee's subbed in for Kevin Huerter. And Hart drops them both. The Bulls leading by 23. Ball surveying the defense. Anunoby sends it back. Ball against Jackson. The dish to White. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. White's got 10 points here in the second half.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Dean. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Here's Ball. OG Anunoby making his last shot. Goes up the baseline. Ball no good.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
And it's blocked. The inside.
Nick's foul. Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Lee. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And with the new CBA, Greg, free agent conversations can start basically the day the NBA Finals conclude. Do you like that move?
I think it's good to have rules that teams will actually follow. In the past, it was July 1st, and let's be honest, teams were talking to players well before that.
And so he hits both. Knicks trail by 21. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Jackson misses. The Bulls shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Lee dishes the ball. And it's Big Dog with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. He lobs it up, and Lee with the stuff.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's White. Outside for Jackson, 5 to shoot. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Bulls leading by 23. Dosunmu, the pass to Ball. Hey, Brett, coming out of this last CBA, were you surprised how quickly the push for a hard salary cap was abandoned?
Yeah, I wonder, Kevin, if some of it was just the timing of the CBA and not having to go down into the trenches to talk about that level of what's happening financially around the NBA. Also, the small market teams were super opposed to having that be put in place because at times they want a chance to go all in as well.
And here are the Bulls now, following the score by New York.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Here's Money. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
And White kicks to Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. And that one is good. 19 points for the captain.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to the kid. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Outside ball. There's the three. Good on the three-point shot. That's 7 points for money.
You grow up in the Ball family, then you better move the ball.
Outside White. There's the pass to Hart. And Greg, one of the finer points of the new collective bargaining agreement, players in the G League Ignite or overseas no longer automatically entering the NBA draft when they turn 19.
Yeah, it makes sense. You think about players in college, they choose when to enter the draft. So only right to give pros that same amount of time.
And Jackson gets to go.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Ball with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Ball, the pass to Lee. Over Hart. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Here's White. No good on the three.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Yep, that one goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Drake the pass to White. Knocked loose. In transition, here come the Bulls. Pass to Dean. And he finishes nicely on the layup. The Kids got 4 points this quarter. For New York, they've got more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Now here's Lee. Here's Money. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Well, we've had this new playoff format since 2021, adding that play-in tournament. How do you like it?
Well, I love it. You're just giving more high-level teams a chance at a swing for a championship. I mean, look what happened last year and how exciting that was for the NBA and the play-in tournament.
And he makes the first. So for the Bulls, Mr. Fundamentals checked in for Money. Buckets comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Wright in for Ball. Carter, he's checked in for the Knicks. Bridges comes in for Coby White. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Chicago. Good work there as it goes. And now that's 35 points for Mr. Fundamentals.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Drake uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Here's Wright. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Drake. Mr. Fundamentals grabs the board. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lee outside. Let's go. It's rebounded by New York. Jackson passes to Anunoby. Hard to believe, isn't it, Brent? The three-point line was introduced as a one-year trial back in 1979.
Yeah, crazy. It was so successful in the ABA, and then the 79-80 season kicks in. And if you remember, Kevin, Chris Ford, the first player for the Boston Celtics that was able to knock down the NBA's official first three-pointer.
Here's Carter. The Bulls shooting about 43% here in the fourth quarter. Right outside. Passes it to Mr. Fundamentals. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Mr. Fundamentals got 6 points in the quarter. Knicks have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Kicks it to Carter. Drills the three-pointer.
You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot. That's one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Lee with the ball. Pass to the kid. Stolen by Carter. Beyond the arc. And again, New York with the triple. Chicago leading by 23. Here's Wright. High arcing shot. And the rejection by Jackson. To the middle. Looking for Carter. He gets it there. The pass to Drake. To the inside. Here's Jackson. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And all of a sudden, things finally coming together for them. The deficit still large, but now not insurmountable.
Well, the run simply has given them a chance. Great work on both ends. They've got to now ratchet up a notch.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Here's the captain, covered by Lee. It's deflected. Jackson down low. Chicago grabs the miss. Mr. Fundamentals got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this has been a beautiful thing to watch this team all season long with a remarkable journey, including tonight. They'll now won 70 on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Lights Out.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's the captain. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's the kid. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Mr. Fundamentals. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
Ball.
15 seconds left in the game. On the wing, Bridges. Pass to Carter. Off target from three-point range.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
As good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Doncic passes to Reeves. Collins, high post. Back to Reeves. Clock at 6. Pass to the bulldozer. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
So on the floor for the Spurs. Inside at the 4 and 5, it's Sochan and Wembanyama. Then it's Miller. Then it's Keldon Johnson. And it's Insanity in at the 1. Miller. Rebounded by the Lakers. Doncic has got 7 rebounds in the game.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
To take the lead. Got a piece of it. Pass to Sochan. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in. And the Spurs lead by 3. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
Here's Doncic. Doncic throwing his weight around.
I'll tell you what, guys, this has clearly been his half. When he's getting to his spot, shooting the ball with confidence, excellent turnaround for him.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers. Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows or they'll call it.
Branham's checked in for San Antonio.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Now here's Doncic. Pass to the bulldozer. That one falls. And now a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
So good at seeing the floor. Doncic able to set up his open teammates.
Right wing. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, the offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's the bulldozer. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Paul, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Substitution, Chris Paul.
And he lobs it up to the rim. Here's Miller. Pass to Wembanyama from behind the arc. Drills it from deep. Wembanyama's got 27 points.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Ball against Doncic. Fires from deep. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds now. A minute 9 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 1, and the shot's good. He has 29 now.
That's why you give him the rock. Doncic deserves the ball because he can deliver in the clutch.
Now here's Paul. Left side, Wembanyama. And rejected. Collins with it. Pass to Doncic. Kicks it out to Collins. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They're down by 5. 26 seconds left in the final quarter. Let's take a moment to present the new Luka Doncic.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was telling his team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen, hoping to inspire his team.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
One of the things that's really impressive about Luka Doncic, and he's already a star, is his continued growth. I mean, season to season, you see this guy working on himself, working on his mind, how he thinks the game and his body, and becoming a better athlete. That spells trouble for the league.
I'm called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They're losing by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Goes up off the inbound, and he buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And good patience from Johnson to wait for his man to open up.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Chris Paul. His third personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6.
At the line for Los Angeles.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Making the most of this trip to the line and helping them extend their lead.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. They're down by 7. 17 seconds left to play in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot.
It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Pass to Insanity. Out to the right wing. Here's Sohan. Paul for 3. He can't get it to go.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend.
All right, Allie, good stuff.